Hey guys. Hey guys, welcome to our channel. If you're watching for the first time, my name is Tshego. I can't help it but laugh because I'm rocking my grandmother's hairstyle. This is the at-home look. Anyways, it's been a minute since we've done a garden tour, and I just thought I should show you what's happening in the garden. Yeah, so come with me. Take a look at this tree. Hey, this is how hot it's been. Look at how it got hit by heat there. It started getting crunchy. This tree normally survives winter with no rain, and we don't water it because it's one of those indigenous trees that survive without any help. But yeah, it could not take the heat. And yeah, so anyways, we have been managing to keep on top of the weeds. Actually, there's a boy who came and weeded here. He weeded from this bed and came here and weeded this side on this flower bed all the way to the lavender over there. It was okay. It was okay. He he's a soft boy. I asked Amon if he if he's just relocated here from the city. He's not like your typical city child, a village child. And no, he was telling me that he's been in boarding school in the city. So normally he comes and asks for peace drops so that he can buy airtime, and that's how he got to weeding. Oh, but I wanted you guys to have a look here. Everything is drying up. The maize across the other side, which is totally dry now, we've eaten it because we had started watering it with water that we get, and then when the rain came it just grew, and so we've eaten it. This one, it's actually, the maize is still, there's still some that's still okay, but it's too small because we haven't had rain. But yeah, there's some still fresh one that's so soft, like sweet corn. Yeah, over here is beans as well. They might actually recover, like they've started to, the leaves have started browning, but the bean pods are okay. They might actually recover with the rain. If you remember from the previous videos, they finished there where the Jojo tank is at. They just don't show nicely because they are small, because the rain went away too fast. I was just saying to Amon, like sometimes, you know, when you read scripture and then you hear about famine in Canaan or whatever. Was it Canaan already? Yeah, it was only still Canaan. And then there was plenty food in Egypt. You can't picture it, but like right now, people have worked so hard, hey, just across even the fields to the side. These guys have been trying to water it with water from the borehole. They're actually the guys who live across on the other side of us that we buy water from. They've been trying to just like improvise while waiting for rain. But yeah, people worked hard and labored for their crop this year, and the rain went for so long. So a lot of people's maize and what do you call small grains have already dried. So people are a bit discouraged. People have been hoping and praying for it. So yeah, anyways, so yeah, maize again. Amon has got these cabbages here that haven't been doing well. They haven't been doing well like the other ones across the other side, because he was watering those ones, but he wasn't watering this side because our basically watering system can't take this much gardening. But I'm just gonna walk across again to show you on the other field what the cabbage looks like. It looks good, actually. It looks good. And he just harvested the leaves the other day to make dry leaves. He was lamenting that he wasn't able to harvest the leaves quicker this time because he'd been busy with other things as well. But he managed to harvest the outer leaves. He was concerned it wasn't going to be big enough, but I said to him, even if it's not, people were content to buy small cabbages last time. They didn't want to buy the big cabbages. So yeah, he has put manure. As you can see, he has put manure. He waters these regularly, so they're doing good. And yeah, let's continue this side. Yeah, so he put the cabbage leaves and started drying them. In Zim they call it mfushwa. And we got an education the other day. There's this young guy that came to our house and he saw the leaves and then he says, "Oh, you've got your future." And then Amon was like, "Huh?" And he says, "Your future." He's like, "Do you know they call it mfushwa because you are drying it for the future?" So we're like, "Oh wow, we never knew that's why it was called mfushwa." I just remembered that there's ground nuts here as well. Which by the way had started flowering. If I can just find the one with the flowers. We noticed the other day it had started releasing some yellow flowers, and then there was one that Amon dug up because he saw that it was not doing well, and it was showing that the groundnuts were just about to start coming out. By the way, we've got dandelion everywhere. It's crazy. It's crazy. I know it's a herb, but it makes gardening a pain. So anyway, I just wanted to show you the groundnuts behind me. Let's continue. Yeah. So last year we planted the sunflowers late, and so the rain basically went away while they were still growing, but they grew big enough. We got a big harvest out of them, and actually I have a picture of them. I'll show you. The heads were big. It's just that we didn't manage to get seed from most of them because quickly they were hit by the heat again, and we only got seed from a few heads, which we still have even now. And we were wanting to plant sunflowers for chickens. I think I've said that a million times. We still don't have the chickens yet, which we're delayed by getting the fence. We need to get fence for chickens, then we can get the chickens because the chickens are actually cheap. But anyway, yeah, so we're planting sunflowers, and then what happened was the priority was to plant the beans and the other crop that produces food basically. And so by the time we had the time to plant the sunflowers, we planted, and literally there were still like short little seedlings of sunflowers, and the rain was gone. And so we were even much later than last year. So if you can see, like a lot of them, like, you have like 3 in a hole, 2 in a hole. We've got like some are 4 or 5 in a hole. So we're transplanting the ones that were many, and we had started like these 2 rows are the rows that we had just planted when the rain went away, because we're trying to thin them and we're going to add more seed. And we wanted to plant across there as well. But anyway, the rain was gone. We couldn't transplant because when it's dry, you don't want to transplant when the plant is dry. But anyway, because of that, we've got miniature little flowers, and I've got a bouquet coming. But yeah, we're bummed out. We're trying to grow seed for the chickens. So today it drizzled. Amon said at the farm it rained like a good 20 minutes. I had told him that as soon as the rain comes, I'm actually throwing some sunflower seeds in the ground. I don't care if I don't have the holes. They are going in the ground. So anyway. And then this garden here, he had stopped watering when the, just to be wise with the water situation, he kind of stopped watering it. This is where there was the broccoli, the cauliflower, the strawberries and everything. Even though he wasn't watering, the strawberries have held up, but he just now put a new bed of tunga, which is like, I don't know if it's called mustard rape or mustard spinach. I have a feeling it's mustard spinach. He just planted this yesterday, and then there's rape here. Rape is a good crop for winter. I know it looks terrible, but just give it a few days. It's a good crop for winter. Yeah, that's why he planted it. It's basically like kale, but it's a bit different. Yeah, the strawberries are still looking okay, but I don't really want to show you this garden because he had just left it to kind of die. He just planted these 2 beds yesterday, and of course we've enjoyed the maize, and whatever is left to dry is gonna be chicken feed, and of course what do you call, kale, chomolia has held up, and yeah, we've been mulching for it. So check out the cabbage, looking good. Hey, yep. So yeah, there's cherry tomatoes here. Although the days of eating salad are not very many left. Winter usually starts in May, but it seems this last year the season kind of just moved up. So I don't know if winter will start in May or in June. Oh, and here we had more beds here, and it got cleared up. Amon is thinking about putting his car park here. He wants to build it properly, so he needs the extra space, although he's a bit unsure about putting it in front of the house. But I think all the space that we have in this land is all in front of the house. So yeah, we have a bad habit of, we've been like throwing rubbish here, picked it up, throwing it here, picked it up, and even the food scraps. Yeah, and we're trying to sort it out again. And this is the butter beans, and this time it's flourishing since the rains came the last time, and now that it's flourishing, we're able to continue watering them. So every now and then they release a pod of beans that's ripe and ready, and you have to kind of keep picking them up. The pod dries up when it gets ready, like this one here. It's probably dry. They haven't been doing well. They're supposed to grow big, but they've been growing as small as regular beans, and probably they just need manure or something. Anyway, focus. Yeah, so you can get them white or you can get them colored like this. And this hole here has been like this since the last time that it rained. So Amon hired the boys next door to dig it up for him for rubbish, and he basically wanted to go deeper than this. He basically wanted like half to be for paper rubbish and the other half for composting. He wants to put like a barrier in the middle. And I had said to him, like I would like a little lid, even if it's not covered completely, even if it has like a mesh wire door, just to avoid the papers flying around, because if the wind doesn't get to them, it's the dogs get into them. And then he says the compost side he will leave open, because I was saying to him, want to go kaboom when you light the rubbish, and he's like, I think if you keep it open it won't create gases so much, so that doesn't have to be a worry. Yeah, so we hope that that's gonna be fine. But the boys stopped because it got dry and they were really struggling. Like, here's a rock even, they were struggling to dig it now, and so they were kind of waiting for rain to come back. And yeah, so as soon as it starts to rain properly we will continue. But have a look at that, the clouds. It had started to rain, but we kind of got a drizzle this side. I just wanted to show you guys quickly that white people like their vegetables in small sizes because they want to cook what can finish. So we just got this from a farmer. She's a white farmer, and these are like miniature size. Look at this. It's a pumpkin. No, but what is it? Butternut. It's full grown at this size. So I was asking Amon how they get them to be this size, and he says it's the type. So I presume even the eggplants are the type. These eggplants are round. They're not even egg shape. Yeah. And we've got some baby marrows. She gave us baby marrows too. But baby marrows, if you want them small like this, you have to be like quick to harvest. If you wait, they become huge. I guess they become what Americans call zucchinis. And even the green beans are like tender. Yeah, you have to be quick on your feet to get the vegetables at a tender size. And the cabbage as well. They get it when it's still young, so it's usually fresh, eh? And not too big because they want to harvest what they can finish. So yeah, it was so cool from one farmer to the next. But in contrast, I wanted to show you these ones. So friends of ours who stay at the farm that I was telling you we bought chickens from, they said one of their customers came and dropped them some what do you call butternut, and it's a yeah. These are like this is how black people want their vegetables big. Look at it comparison. Yeah. While we're on the squash family, I've just been chopping this pumpkin to add to the lentils that I've just made. Yeah, this is from our garden. So, yeah. So that might sound all like trivial information, but if you are a farmer, you have to know these things so that you know what you market to whom. And voila, there is my bouquet. Sunflowers are very interesting to try to put in a bouquet because others want to bow more and stuff. But I do try to mix between ones that are too open, ones that are closed so that they open along the way. Yeah, so I still have to play with them so that I don't have like a head hiding behind another one. And this one is gonna open soon. Yep. Yeah, I think that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. But check out the view behind me. Don't you think this looks cool? Anyway, guys, talk to you soon. Bye.